Stone Dwellers Network of Liberia, the leadership. Thank you. Veterans Bureau, O'Neill, thank you for the commendation. Our elders of Blue Community, leadership of Clara Town Youth, all the leaders here gathered, I'm humbled and honored by this award. You know, there are some things that come naturally, and naturally because of your upbringing and the community you hail from and the experiences you have acquired. It really shaped the kind of human being you turn out to be in the future. And so I say this to say I'm proud of being a member of the Snow Dweller Network. My name is James Lawrence Hinneh Jr. I was born in People City, Maryland County. I hail from Barrow. So every time I lost speech, I lost word, and I say, Taco Apatio, and I will recalibrate and remind myself of the thought that I want to express. I'm happy. You know, growing up in Clara Town is an experience that I cherish. While that experience was tough and difficult, it has really helped to shape me in a way that every day people appreciate the kind of human being I actually turn out to be. And we all share similar experiences. I grew up right behind AGM High School, Clara Town, the Barrow yard. I mean, it's obvious because I'm from Barrow. And I attended the Clara Town Central Elementary and Junior High School, where I graduated from junior high school. Well, I went to the Moral College and Industrial Training School. I'm late today, and let me extend apologies for the time shortcoming. Today was the Moral College Alumni Association Strategic Gallery. I had to be there, and that's why I come late. Let me apologize for the organizer for being late. So we share our experiences as similar. Growing up in Clara Town, we know, and I like to, since this is a rainy season, I like to read kind of one experience, and I'm sure many of us can relate. Beyond the AGN school there, we were 9 boys in one room. Because when we came from Ivory Coast, you know, actually we were 8 people in Maryland County. Then my family got repatriated because we fled from the war in one of Ivory Coast. So 1997, 1998, after the election 1997, there was a United Nations moving out in the refugee camps to trying to repatriate Liberians who wanted to come home. So my father's property in Maryland County, the house that we're living in, was burned by the war. So without having any resources, we could not have gone back to people to start building. So my mom entered here in Clara Town. They spoke, and she said, well, you can come with the children. You know, when we came, so she had a big building there, but she did all one room in a 0 room. So imagine, my mom came back with 9 kids. Because, you know, we are 10 from mother and father. I'm the number 5. And I'm the first born child. So I just want you to picture the reason why we act the way we act, and there's nothing that will ever change us. So now us came back and supposed to be in our one small 0 room. So my little brother Paul, I'm sure many of you know Paul, he's the counselor now, he's working at the LRA. He and myself will wait until the people in the big house go to sleep. Then we'll go in the living room and sleep on the couch. And in the morning, we'll get ready, we'll go to school. When I get to a point where the people started having issues, because you know when you sleep on the couch, you sweat, and then the odor come out. So grandma thought that it wasn't a good idea, we can't sleep there. And we cannot sleep now off in one room with our mom. So we have to find a room. That means we have to go out and rent a room. Because we were able to pay the rent, we have to put ourselves together as young people in front of us. So we were 9 persons. Nathaniel Shimon, the guy who was married for a Lone Star team, were in that room with us. Many of you may know Rob Dennis. We were in the room with William Toll, who is the regional commander in Maryland County for the immigration currently, was in that room. Was several young guys in the room. So this day, I'm mentioning this story, it will be very short because I just want to share a little experience growing up in the snow. So usually when it rains, the water will enter the entire house and fill the room, and we'll have a very big chair in the room that will put our carpet books, our book bags, and everybody will manage to get in that chair and hang their feet to avoid the cold from standing in the water. So this day the rain fell for a couple of days to the extent that, it went above the normal, it got in the chair, so there was nowhere now and it raining midnight, you can't go nowhere, so everybody's standing in the water. You can imagine, standing in the water. So I got cold, I had to go up in the sleep and found myself between the planks and out of sleep. Saturday morning, my wife now, Fatima, we've been together since 2004. And successfully we there with 4 kids, we got married. So she usually come check and sleep, especially when it rained at that. You don't see it, then I was in the ceiling sleeping. So she hit me, I opened my eyes, I read it, I said, it's raining, so I couldn't stand there, I had to go in the sea. So we lived that experience. I shared the experience where I would walk from Clara Town to Memorial College and walk back home without going with recess and without any expectation that when I even return home, food would be on the table to share. But it's not complicated. We are very, I don't know whether that has really changed, but we used to be very magnanimous to the extent that even if you don't have food to eat, all you need to do is to get on the road. You will see somebody who will take you to the cold shop, whether it was face to face or it was your care. We'll take you to that cold shop and we all do the same. So once I get money and I see you, ask you whether you want to eat, I'll take you there. So it was like a culture where once you want to eat, just come on the road. We used to go around the world walking and you identify with friends and say, we survived many days. But somebody offered us to the cold shop and just eat food. Because you wouldn't question your parents if you're actually looking and you know it's not available. I'll tell you, we went to CDC with 9 guys, both females and male, from one man, one father, guy express. And 7 of us were in Clara Town Central Elementary School. Now, my pop has been a teacher since 1971. The entire life, he's been in the classroom. So, Dakar, who was the proprietor of this school, was a friend, the writer from KR, way back. So when we came, that was the only job he could lay his hands on. Friends of American help him to teach. So because he didn't have money, they had to take his salary every month to compensate for 7 all in school. So imagine you watching your pa working without any pay, all the pay going to the children's school fee, and at the end of the year, you still indebted to the school because the salary cannot accommodate for all the kids in school, but your friend just help you. So with that kind of situation, you cannot blame your parents because you see that they're exhausting every effort possible, and even when they have more, they'll give you better opportunities. And so we could not blame them for the situation. We have to take charge of our own life and try to change things around. So when we graduated from 9th grade, we went to Memorial College because we got on the street to sell, to earn money for ourselves to pay our first school fees in 10th grade. And we were able to sustain ourselves through high school. So I said we share the similar experiences. Because many of us here in this audience have had parents who are unable, not that they are unwilling, but they are unable to provide for us. And we're able to break through. Now, I said, as the president of the Coastal Brokers Association, member of the board of directors of the National Food Authority, owner of the Providence Clearing and Firing Agency, this did not come by between me and I. I was the guy who would leave Memorial College with 2 uniform shirts, take all the one, get 2 uniform trousers, so I always get another shirt in my bag. Many times I would not come home, I would go to the port, take on the shirt, the trouser is on me, wear another shirt, and go hustle in that port. I've been hustling in that port since 2001. Can you imagine my age now? Compare how many years I was. So that's to tell you that we have to fresh for ourselves to find the space in life that we have today. So many times or the guys you see hanging on the container to go Brilliant Market or wherever to go up the container so low, carrying the store for the only man or whoever that was, and they pay you. That's the job I was doing. I was proud of doing it because it kept me in school. But when I got to the 12th grade, you know, especially in Morocco, the guy can vote. So when I got to that stage, I would follow the container. If the container is around Brush Road, somewhere around town, I wouldn't work. Or get a ticket, trade that ticket for $20, $30 for somebody who don't care, who wants to work, and I run back to the port. Sometimes I would sleep on the vessel in the night, in the morning I wear a uniform and go to school. So we came from the background of not having anything and having the mindset that we are the one who change things for ourselves. So we took that and we worked towards it. The guys like myself, I was totally no cartoons. I used to be fucking graphic, getting ticket, bringing ticket. They still took me the cartoon. I'm the president of the Cultural Bureau Association. Life can be beneficial if you don't consider you alone in the process. If you don't think about yourself, that all I get is for me. As much as you extend hands and think about others' well-being, opportunity come your way. So we got to the Brokers Association and things wasn't right. We didn't keep quiet. We spoke out. We talked about the wrongs. We helped change it. This course at the Brokers Association. People saw our young people, they trusted us 2014. And since 2014, I've been in the association. I was there as treasurer, I was there as vice president, I was there as acting president, I'm there as president for the second term. The appointment that I got from the president is not because I am a Unified Party. Nobody has seen me campaign uniform. Because at the Custom Broker Association, we are not political. So even if you have a political interest, you have to bury that. Because you can't be serving the association and be identified with political thing. It means that it's a conflict of interest. So I'm saying this to say the reason why we were big is because we been around and we understand the limitations our trade sector has. And we had a chance to speak out. So somebody heard us speaking. Somebody heard us discussing the barriers to trade. And somebody thought it was important that we needed to be around the table to provide the expertise. And that's why we were selected. We were not selected on any political basis. So I just make the emphasis to say, do not think about yourself. Somebody who aspire to so much, who have changed the world in the time, for Martin Luther King, he said, if I can help somebody, then my living is not in vain. So every time we extend help to somebody, it is the way we feel accomplished. It's the way we feel our life has relevance. It's not because we want to show off or because we have it too much. There are people who have more, who have triple, who have quadruple than what we earn or what we have. They don't look back. But it's an attitude that comes from the community Clara Town, that somebody can take you to the Kobo shop and buy food to eat. That because you want to stay in college, but it's too much to ask somebody for whole credit, for whole course. You write the 3 credit hour and you divide the credit hour and say, please help me with 1 credit hour and pass it around with that small communication and follow up on it and you collect that money and actually you pay that money to school to stay in school because you wanted to get a degree. It is that experience that motivates us every day to want to give back. So I tell the young people that have been fortunate to have interacted with and meet them halfway on their personal needs and some, needs of the community. I tell them every time that trust me, I'm not doing this because I will ask you for anything. I think me or you been hearing that, humble ambition, you want to come and run in the district. Yes, I want to run. But not anything I ever do for you should never be the basis for which you want to elect me tomorrow. But we continue on our path with never found leaders. Go beyond the person giving you little and see the person of contribution to the society, their lifestyle, their family, how they have conducted themselves. And that can give you an idea on how they will conduct themselves when they become your leader. You follow their history. You see, all along in the country, I've never been part of any political party. Not because, but I always voted there. I've never been any election, I've never voted. Because I will observe, I will not follow the crowd. I will find somebody who I believe align with the kind of human being I am. Because I'm a family man. I care for family. So I learn to do small things and say, okay, because we can take care of the family, we go there in tight, it means that he cares about the society. Because everything begins with the family. if you leave your kids vulnerable without guidance, without education, without care, what you do, you put the society at risk. So anybody who takes care of his family, making sure the kids in school, making sure they get good morals, that person could lead in another organization and become one of the best leaders because you will take care of them as you take care of the family. So I say to you, all our young people, it is not that because I'm in a privileged position, so I come and say, oh yeah, Hinneh. If and only if I come and receive it on the ballot, and you believe that I am not the guy who resonates with you, don't vote for me, I'm not voting against you. I will never tell you I pay your school fee while you're not voting for me. I want it to come out of your own volition. We far from 2029. All the interventions that I'm making, I try to tell my team, already, let's try to take it from the political intentions. Because if they see it as political intentions, then it wouldn't be general delivery. But it's difficult to do that in our days. Because everybody wants to hear it coming to you because they feel that you want that. I always like to, every time I get a chance to make a remark, I like to emphasize this. Because it should not be the means of our salvation leader. Whether I ever become or not, I will forever be the human being I am. Because that brings satisfaction to me. Doing so brings satisfaction to me and make me feel that I'm making impact. And then, from where I come from, I'm a Christian. I believe that giving back will appeal to God's blessings. So why you believe that I'm helping you? I believe that I'm tapping in God's anointing. I believe that I'm making impact in my society. I want nothing for you. I want nothing in return. If you want to give me something, it should come out of you, out of your personal understanding, your personal volition, not because I was able to do X, Y, Z. So the Slum Dweller Network, that we are already working with many institutions in the district and outside of the district. We will continue to work with you. And I was looking to see whether there were any immediate projects that is on hand, so I will make determination on what intervention I will make. But since I didn't see project, I think we'll make small contribution to you to continue to do what you're doing. And one pledge that I'd like to make to us as young people is that for me, I'm one phone call away. If I'm unable, I'll tell you I'm unable. Like, I'm not trying to impress anybody. They'll say, oh, I don't do this, and they will say, oh, yeah, I go to you, no, I don't want to do. If I feel moved, and the idea has to resonate, it has to be something that my experiences, my objective align with, then I will come in. You don't have to stress yourself to convince me. It has to be something that I believe that will impact our community or impact your personal life and eventually will help the country. I will get involved. So in my own name as James Hinneh, because I'm not on this tour as the president of the Cosmic Global Association, all the member of the board, director of the National Food Authority. I came to you as a member of this community, and every time I'm being called by young people to come and at least get acquainted with them and share in the experience and get to hear what project they want to take in, I feel it's an obligation. So if I fall short of showing all this day, is because that the schedule is tight. I am a very basic person to the extent that in group chats, different chats I don't open. I go home and do all my work. I sit down before I open it. Because there are competing priorities and you have to pay attention to the ones that will bring the dividends, and so that we can be able to continue to make the impact. So I don't want to bore you with continual being repetitive of things I already said. I grew up in the community, I understand where it's like living in District 14. How to gather in the morning, take my bucket and bathe water out of the room, and bathe the water and still coming. So live with that experience. And when you come from, sometimes if I look at life, I believe that those negative situations, those constraints, if you really go through it and you come out of it, they give you a better appreciation of life. You appreciate every little thing, and you understand when somebody stands before you and say, "Baby, my school is not correct. I don't want you to tackle 2 credit hours." You will understand that better than somebody who have had it all, who parents are paying the school fee. So the appreciation that we have, those people who had it all, easy, but I appreciate it. So I understand it. I know where it leads. It's just that resources are scarce. It's the limitation of what we can do. But as much as we can afford it, count on me to be a partner. whether it was Veteran Bureau, whether it was Well, whether it was COSA, whether it was one school, Timosa, or whatever that is. We were communicating with you honestly. Because like I said, without pretending for anything coming from you. Thank God, I established the Providence and Clearing Firing Agency in 2009. And from 2009 to 2025, if you check your arithmetic right, it's pretty more than 10 years, right? Over that 10 years, I have built a customer base with clients that even if I don't have a job, and I sit down to my house, I on the telephone with the guys running the show, I can live, I can support my family, I can send my children to school. So it doesn't matter. It's just the passion to avail yourself to service, because that's what the passion is. Now somebody have an issue, I want to step in and see how they mitigate and help them solve that problem. It's that passion that continues to drive us to public leadership. And if you help us in partnership with us, you can do a lot more than anything that has ever been done on any leadership in this district. I can show you that. Let me thank you, and I will give you a very small contribution of 75,000 I bring out on Tuesday. So that your heart is well started. You want to talk to anybody. The biggest promise I want to make to you, like I said, I won't phone call away. If there's an issue, we can discuss it wherever I can make it conventional. If not appropriate at the time, you're not in the position. I will honestly communicate with you and go whether out to Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Please.